What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, your thoughts are no longer just ideas floating in your mind, but actual forces shaping your reality in real time? Think about it. Have you ever randomly thought about someone and suddenly they message you? Or maybe you were worrying about something and within hours, it played out exactly as you feared. This isn't coincidence. This isn't luck. This is the universe bending to the power of your mind. And here's the craziest part, it's happening faster than ever before. The gap between thought and reality is collapsing, and most people don't even realize it. We are moving into an era where manifestation is no longer a slow process, it's instant. Every single thought you have is like a command sent directly into the fabric of existence, and whether you're aware of it or not, reality is obeying. But how do you know if this is happening to you? What are the signs that your mind is controlling reality at lightning speed? Today I'm going to show you 5 strange, undeniable signs that your thoughts are manifesting instantly. And the moment you recognize these signs, everything changes.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
We've all had moments where we think of something and within days or weeks, it shows up. But what if that time lag is gone? What if the moment you think of something, reality reflects it immediately? This is happening right now. You could be thinking of a song, and suddenly it's playing. You could be wondering about an old friend, and within minutes, they message you. You could be imagining a scenario, and before you know it, you're living it. This isn't just law of attraction anymore. This is the mind and reality merging in real time. The question is, are you paying attention? Most people ignore these moments. They brush them off as coincidences, but they're not. They are proof that the buffer between thought and manifestation is collapsing. If you're experiencing this, then congratulations, you are in the zone where reality is no longer separate from your mind. But here's the thing, if this is happening, it means everything you think about is manifesting, not just the good things. What happens when you focus on fear, doubt, or negativity? That's right, it manifests just as fast. This is why most people unknowingly sabotage themselves. They don't realize their worries and fears are becoming real just as quickly as their desires. And then something even stranger starts happening. Reality starts glitching. You lose something, and when you stop looking, it appears in the exact place you already checked multiple times. You think of a specific word, and the next moment, someone says it. You have a dream, and the next day, it plays out exactly as you saw it. These aren't normal events. These are signs that your mind is syncing with reality at an unnatural speed. When you start noticing glitches like this, it means you're breaking through the illusion of time. It means your thoughts are weaving into the fabric of existence faster than ever before. But here's the real question: what happens when you stop seeing these as accidents and start using them intentionally? What happens when you choose your thoughts carefully, knowing they will shape reality instantly? Most people never get to this level because they dismiss these glitches as randomness, but the ones who recognize them, they become unstoppable. They understand that the only difference between a thought and reality is time, and right now, that time is disappearing. But wait, if our thoughts are manifesting instantly, then why do some people still struggle? Why do some desires still feel out of reach? What if I told you there's a hidden force that determines which thoughts manifest and which ones don't? And what if I told you that this force is the reason some people can manifest wealth, love, and success effortlessly, while others seem stuck in an endless loop of frustration. In the next part, I'm going to reveal the real reason why some thoughts manifest instantly while others don't. And once you understand this, you'll never look at reality the same way again. There's a hidden filter that controls which thoughts manifest instantly and which ones never materialize, and most people have no idea it even exists. This filter decides whether your desires become reality or stay stuck as dreams, and it's not random, it's not luck, and it's not about how badly you want something. It all comes down to the frequency you're emitting when you think about it. Most people think manifestation is about visualization, about repeating affirmations, about focusing on what they want, but none of that matters if their dominant energy contradicts their desires. This is why some people can think of money, and it flows into their life effortlessly, while others can visualize wealth every day and still struggle financially. It's not the thought itself that manifests, it's the energy behind it. If you think about success but deep down, you doubt it, fear it, or feel unworthy of it, the universe doesn't hear your words, it feels your vibration. And if that vibration is misaligned, your reality won't move. This is why people who try to force manifestation through excessive affirmations or desperate visualization often see no results. They are trying to convince themselves rather than becoming the version of themselves who naturally attracts what they want. And this is where everything shifts. The moment you stop trying to manifest and start embodying the energy of what you desire, reality stops resisting and starts bending in your favor. If you want love, but your energy is filled with loneliness, you won't attract love, you'll attract more loneliness. If you want abundance, but you constantly feel lack, you won't attract wealth, you'll attract more situations that reinforce scarcity. And the reason this is happening faster than ever before is because the energetic gap between thought and reality is disappearing. There used to be a delay, a buffer, where your limiting beliefs had time to dissolve before they could manifest physically. But that delay is shrinking. Now, whatever you believe deep down is showing up almost instantly. This is why some people are experiencing miracles while others feel trapped in an endless cycle of frustration. The universe is no longer giving you what you want, it's giving you what you are. And this is where most people get stuck. They keep chasing, keep wishing, keep hoping for external change, while ignoring the fact that their internal state is the only thing that needs to shift. Because once your energy changes, reality has no choice but to follow. And then something even more powerful happens. You stop needing external proof before you believe. You no longer wait for signs, for confirmations, for evidence that your manifestation is working. You just know. Before, you used to doubt, hesitate, second guess whether your energy was shifting, but now you don't need to see it first. You feel it. You trust it. And because you trust it, reality has no choice but to mirror that trust. This is where most people fail. They want proof before they believe, but they don't realize that belief itself is the proof. They keep looking for signs that their manifestation is working, checking for results, questioning whether it's happening, and in doing so, they vibrate at the frequency of waiting, which only creates more waiting. But when you stop needing proof, when you stop questioning and start knowing, everything speeds up. Shifts that used to take months happen in days. Manifestations that felt distant become instant. Reality bends faster because you are no longer slowing it down with doubt. And this is where you become unstoppable. Because now you aren't just manifesting things, you are living in the frequency where manifestation is automatic. And once you get to this level, there is no going back. Because now you know. Now you see how it all works. Now you understand that your vibration was never just influencing your reality, it was your reality. And from this place, life stops being something that happens to you and starts becoming something that happens because of you. Some people manifest instantly while others struggle for years. And the reason is brutally simple: most people are trapped in a cycle of effort, forcing, and frustration, while the ones who manifest effortlessly have completely detached from the need for results. The moment you need something to happen, you push it away. The moment you chase, you create distance. The moment you obsess over whether it's working, you shift into the energy of lack, and lack can only create more lack. This is the final truth that most people refuse to accept. Manifestation is not about control. It's about alignment. The people who manifest instantly are not thinking about how or when they know it's already done. They don't wake up worrying about whether their desires will show up. They wake up as if it's already their reality. And because their energy is already in the state of having, the universe has no choice but to reflect that back. But the ones who struggle, they live in a constant state of waiting. They are always in the energy of, I hope this happens, I need this to work. Why isn't it here yet? And that energy itself is keeping them stuck. And this is why letting go is the most powerful thing you can do. The moment you stop needing your manifestation, it comes effortlessly. But most people misunderstand what letting go really means. It doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean you stop wanting something. It means you stop grasping. You stop acting like your happiness, your peace, your worth depend on whether or not it happens. You stop checking for signs, stop analyzing whether things are moving, stop doubting whether you're doing it right. You shift into a state where you already feel complete, and from that place everything flows. This is why people who don't try so hard often get what they want faster. They are in a state of ease, of trust, of certainty, and that certainty creates instant results. The universe responds to confidence, not desperation. It responds to people who move as if their desires are already theirs, not people who beg for proof. And the second you stop trying to force reality, reality bends for you. And then something even crazier happens: you become untouchable. Situations that used to trigger you no longer affect you. People who once drained your energy can't reach you anymore. Reality starts rearranging itself around you, not the other way around. You don't chase love, it comes to you. You don't force success, it aligns with you naturally. You don't seek validation, you radiate so much self-assurance that people can feel it without you saying a word. And this is when everything accelerates. Because now you're not just manifesting things, you are the manifestation. You have shifted into a frequency where what you desire is not something you have to attract, it's something that naturally exists in your world. And once you get to this level, there is no struggle, no overthinking, no doubt. There is only flow. There is only certainty. There is only ease. Most people never reach this because they are too attached, too desperate, too caught up in fear. But the ones who do, they move differently. They think differently. They live in a reality where things come effortlessly. Not because they are lucky, not because they are special, but because they understand how it all works. And once you truly understand, you can never go back. Because now you know. And then something even more surreal happens. You stop feeling surprised when things manifest instantly. What used to shock you, what used to feel like a miracle, now feels normal. You think of something, and it appears. You casually mention a place, and the next day you're invited there. Money shows up out of nowhere. Opportunities fall into your lap. People you once chased now chase you. But the craziest part, you don't react the way you used to. You don't get overly excited. You don't feel the urge to tell everyone. You don't even overanalyze it. It just feels obvious. This is when you know you've crossed into a completely different reality. Before, you were constantly trying to get things. Now, you simply expect them. You don't wake up hoping for good things to happen. You wake up knowing that they will. And because you no longer vibrate at the frequency of doubt, reality has no choice but to mirror that certainty. This is why things that once took years now happen in days. This is why what used to feel impossible now happens without effort. The universe is no longer responding to what you want. It's responding to who you are. And then, without warning, the things you once desperately wanted don't even matter anymore. The goals you chased for years, the desires that consumed you, the things you thought would make you happy suddenly feel small, irrelevant, outdated. Not because you've lost ambition, but because your energy has risen so high that those things no longer match who you are. This is the stage that confuses most people. They spend years visualizing something, working for it, manifesting it, and when it finally starts coming closer, they realize they don't even want it anymore. And that's when they understand the real secret. Most of the things they once wanted came from a version of themselves that was incomplete. And now that they've shifted, those desires no longer resonate. This is where real freedom begins. You stop chasing things that your past self wanted and start receiving things that your highest self is aligned with. And the most insane part, the things you do want now come effortlessly because they are vibrationally meant for you. No forcing, no struggling, no overthinking, just alignment. And then finally, the ultimate realization hits. You were never meant to chase, to beg, to struggle, to force. You were meant to stand in your power and let reality rearrange itself around you. You were meant to exist at a frequency so strong, so clear, so untouchable, that anything not aligned with it simply falls away. You were meant to move through life knowing that everything is responding to your energy, that nothing is random, that nothing is out of your control. And once you reach this level, you don't go back. You can't, because now you see it. Now you understand that your vibration was never just influencing your reality, it was your reality. And from this place, life stops being a struggle, not because challenges don't exist, but because you no longer vibrate at the frequency of resistance. You move differently, you think differently, you exist differently. And because of that, reality has no choice but to change in ways you once thought were impossible. And then something even deeper shifts. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. You no longer wake up wondering what the day will bring, waiting to see how things unfold, hoping circumstances align in your favor. You decide. You set the tone, you set the frequency. You walk into every situation knowing that your energy dictates the outcome, not the other way around. This is where most people stay stuck. They let external events control their internal state, letting circumstances, other people, and random situations dictate how they feel. But once you shift into creation mode, everything changes. You stop being at the mercy of the world and start realizing that the world is at the mercy of you. You walk into a room and shift the energy without saying a word. You radiate certainty, and things align for you effortlessly. You no longer need to control every detail because you are the control. You don't chase, force, or overthink because you don't need to. Your energy does the work before you even take action. And then, without even trying, you become the living proof of everything people struggle to believe in. Others look at you and wonder why things seem so easy, why opportunities seem to fall into your lap, why you don't stress the way they do, why you don't react the way they do, why life just seems to work for you. Some will be inspired, wanting to know your secret, wanting to understand how you move the way you do. Others will be triggered, unable to accept that the struggle they've built their identity around was never necessary. And this is where you realize you can't convince anyone of anything. You can't force people to see what they're not ready to see. You can't make someone believe in flow when their entire mindset is built on resistance. You can't explain ease to someone addicted to struggle. So you don't try, you just live it. You become the example, the proof, the energy that speaks for itself. And the right people will feel it, recognize it, and rise with you. The rest will either fade away or stay stuck in the reality they refuse to shift out of. And then finally, the ultimate realization hits you: were never meant to chase, to beg, to struggle, to force. You were meant to stand in your power and let reality reorganize itself around you. You were meant to exist at a frequency so strong, so clear, so untouchable, that anything not aligned with it simply falls away. You were meant to move through life, knowing that everything is responding to your energy, that nothing is random, that nothing is out of your control. And once you reach this level, you don't go back. You can't. Because now you know. Now you see how it all works. Now you understand that your vibration was never just influencing your reality, it was your reality. And from this place, life is no longer something happening to you. Life is something you create. And then you stop explaining yourself. You stop justifying your choices. Stop seeking validation. Stop needing people to understand why you think the way you do, why you move the way you move, why you no longer react the way they expect. You realize that most people are operating from a completely different frequency, trapped in cycles of doubt, fear, and limitation, and no amount of explaining will change that. You see how people cling to struggle because it's familiar, how they sabotage themselves because ease feels unnatural, how they argue for their limitations because letting them go would mean taking full responsibility for their reality. And instead of trying to wake them up, instead of trying to convince them that they are the creators of their own experience, you let them be. You stop wasting energy trying to prove what you know to be true. Because at this level, truth doesn't need defending, it just is. And then something incredible happens. Life starts moving even faster in your favor. The less you explain, the less you justify, the less you engage with energy that doesn't match yours, the lighter you become. You stop carrying the weight of other people's doubts. Stop absorbing the fears of those who haven't done the inner work. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. You realize that your only job is to align with your own frequency, to stay in your own flow, to move in the direction that feels effortless and right, regardless of who understands it. And the moment you fully embrace this, reality bends even faster. Things that used to take months now take days. Opportunities that once felt out of reach appear effortlessly. People who match your energy enter your life, while those who don't naturally fade away. You don't force, you don't chase, you don't push, you simply are. And that is enough to shift everything. And then you reach a level where nothing feels impossible. The things you used to struggle to manifest now appear without effort. The person you used to dream of becoming is now just who you are. You don't second guess, you don't overthink, you don't hesitate. You move through life with a kind of certainty and clarity that most people will never experience, not because it's unavailable to them, but because they are still waiting for permission to step into it. But you've already stepped, you've already become. And now there is no going back, because this isn't just a mindset shift. This isn't just a new perspective. This is an entirely different way of existing. And once you see reality from this level, once you feel what it's like to move through life with this kind of power, nothing else will ever make sense again.